This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Tuesday, the 13th of August. My disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right. Okay, we are testing the boundaries of this flag. This is the flag on the ES chart, and you can see it's a pretty nice flag, actually, but obviously we've now had four tests of the upper trend line, and we're breaking very slightly above it. We've still got a supporting hourly RSI, an hourly 60-minute sell signal, and it's not alone, but we are testing the boundaries here. If we convert 5400 into support, then we may well be looking at a breakup from this flag. That breakup from this flag would likely take us to the monthly pivot at 5571 and back over the daily middle band and possibly into a retest of the high. Now, one thing I was saying was flags are obviously bearish patterns. Bear flag is a bearish pattern, but sometimes it can basically be the bottoming pattern. If it breaks against expectation, we could potentially be looking at that here. NQ, we've again got a very nice flag. This one is not over the trend line yet, but obviously it's not going down yet either. We're on a weak 60-minute sell signal there too. RTY, RTY didn't quite make it to a higher high, not been doing anything particularly interesting, no divergence there. YM, we've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed, hasn't reached the possible near miss target yet, but it's got pretty close. Nice looking potential double top, of course, which hasn't broken down, and has got support at the weekly pivot at 39,317. On DAX and STX, definitely flag potential here, might be starting to break down, haven't significantly broken down yet. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture. Well, let's have a look at the flags I drew in yesterday. Now, well, the last Thursday and updated yesterday. Okay, this is the original flag. This is the overthrow. It's a nice looking setup to break down, but obviously it hasn't broken down yet. We could be forming a topping pattern here. If we open where we are at the moment, then that would be a pretty decent looking double top setup. Looking at NDX, pretty much the same. We've got really, it kind of looks like a little bullish triangle. So it looks as though it's setting up for a retest of the this high, which is done really overnight. So let's have a look at Dow. Dow, again, decent looking flag. Again, hasn't broken down. No divergence really on the RTH charts. And looking at IWM, we've got nothing really, no higher high. We could see that today, but to be honest, there's no real sign of that at the moment. And on the YM chart, we're really just bumping along the bottoms on the RTY chart rather. We've held the weekly pivot as support, but we're not really anywhere close to a retest to high. We could see that today. We could see a break up today, but at the moment the flags are all intact and the trend lines are holding. We will see how it goes. All right, let's have a look at DX. DX, we have possibly a start of a breakdown here. Nothing very convincing as yet. We will see how it goes. ZB, this could be an IHS which is broken up, and it's not a bad one. I was talking about the possibility one could form yesterday morning. If so, if it can break and convert the weekly pivot, which it's trying at the moment, I've got the target in about the 125 area, and it may run on into a retest of the high. CL, this made the target and continued higher. Let's have a quick look at that on the bigger picture chart. Because that's where the action is happening here on CL. So hang on, wait a second. Let's have a look. All right, let's have a look at that. And this is where I'm mainly watching. And this, if we got, I was saying when we failed here that we needed to break over that, or we were very possibly looking at a triangle going back to 172, and obviously we've come up from 72 and we've got back to 80. Where does that leave us now? That leaves us with very possibly a target at the triangle resistance, which is now at the 83.5 area. So I'm thinking we may well be heading there now. We will see. We're back over the daily middle band. We're back over the 200 DMA. We're back over the 50 DMA. The 100 is relatively a small level. I'm leaning towards seeing that 83.5. Is this likely to be a bullish or a bearish triangle? It looks an awful lot like a bearish triangle, so I'd be thinking in terms of A, B, C, D, E. Actually, no, that would be potentially bullish. We will see. I'm not that hugely confident with triangles. They're not my favourite pattern, but I'd be leaning towards bullish in terms of where it came from. And in terms of the within the pattern, I think there's a reasonable argument for bullish. So, but bearish in terms of this would be, if this is a continuation pattern, which it usually would be, then it would be heading back to a retest this low here at 63.57. All right, let's have a look at GC, which went through the NG first, getting up into the possible IHS neckline in the 2.3 area. GC has failed the weak 60-minute sell signal and is going higher at the moment. If dollar cooperates, it should be at new all-time highs pretty soon. SI has broken up from the double bottom here. Not particularly strong breakup so far, but I've got a target for that in about the 28.9 area, and the next big resistance up at about the 29.4 area, where I've got a possible asymmetric double bottom resistance or head and shoulder neckline. On HG, trying to break up from this little level bottom with a target at this larger double bottom or IHS neckline resistance in about the 4.23 area. All right, let's have a look at currencies quickly. All right. Okay, USD is broken down from a head and shoulders. That hasn't failed, but it looks as though it might. We will see how that goes. But obviously it will fail if the dollar goes down, as I would be expecting it to do. GBP USD has broken up a bit. Not really seeing any obvious pattern here yet. Could be a double bottom. USD JPY looks like a bear flag forming. USD CAD has broken down from the head and shoulders. It's pausing at the moment, but not seeing anything to suggest this isn't going to resume the downtrend down into about the 1.364 area. Looking at the Australian dollar, broken up from the IHS. It's failing a lot at the monthly pivot at the moment, so it needs to get over that and convert it to head up to the retested high here in the 68 area. NZUSD has broken up with a target in the 61.25 area. KC still having big moves every day without actually going anywhere in particular. Still leaning towards seeing a retest of this high at 255 next. SB, nice looking double bottom, leaning towards a breakup here. CC, wondering whether this is a flag stroke triangle setting up a retest of this low here in the 6,000 area. On CT, nice looking double bottom, which is now trying to break up. That would have a target up here at about the 73 to 73.5 area. Looking at ZW, nice looking double bottom. Corn, nice looking double bottom. Soy, no longer a nice looking double bottom, but we do have a possible 60-minute buy signal brewing. I am wondering if we're looking at a potential larger reversal on the grains. Lumber, we have made it to the first double bottom target, and we've got an extended one up in the 545 area. No current negative divergence. Live cattle looks like a bear flag for it goes down towards the target area in the 174, 175 area. And lean hogs looks like a bull flag forming. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions, of which we have none, and let's have a quick look at EFs again. All right, the question is whether we're actually going to break up from this flag or actually break down within the flag and head down towards the retest lows. I think a solid conversion of 5,400 would probably lean this heavily towards the bulls. So I'm waiting to see if we get that and obviously fail the sell signals. If we get a strong move upwards, then that might be enough to just pitch it. In the meantime, however, we've got nice looking bear flags here, and the lean would be down until that stops being the case. It hasn't stopped being the case yet, but it's thinking about breaking up, and it might do that today. We shall see. All right, great. In that case, no questions. So I think that's a wrap, guys. My pleasure as always, and I'll have everything posted ASAP.